Here at Mahogany and Rose, we specialize exclusively in textured hair care services, which primarily includes curly haircuts and lock maintenance.
You said exclusively curly hair. What does that mean? What are you not doing?
Not doing any services that involve straightening of the hair, blowing it out, anything that is altering the natural texture, and as well as we don't provide any services for straight hair.
And why is that?
I decided to do that because I felt that here in Sacramento and really in a lot of cities, it's very easy for someone with straight hair or someone wanting straight hair services to find a salon and find somewhere to receive those services. But if someone wants to wear their hair naturally curly or textured, it's really hard for them to find those services. So I felt that focusing exclusively on those services allowed me to provide a really needed service.
And when you say it's hard to find that service, why do you think that is? And what are some of the challenges your clients have gone to when they come to you?
Yes. I find that it's a challenge for multiple reasons. One, with the beauty standards in society as a whole, whether that's in school, in the workplace, in personal life. For a long time, wearing your hair curly was not deemed professional, deemed beautiful, deemed accepted. As a result, that translated into the education that was provided in cosmetology schools.
So we were discussing reverting back to wearing your hair straight, even if you want to wear your hair natural. It's not that you're ashamed, but you just don't have somewhere to go to care for your hair.
Right. Yes. So clients feeling discouraged with not having the right education or access to the information on how to wear it curly. Also, clients, in my experience, sometimes have tried to go to salons wearing it curly, and due to there not being a lot of education or experience with styling it that way, they left disappointed, which then reverted them back to wanting to wear it straight. Or they could be in a situation where they feel they might not be accepted in the workplace, and they feel like they have to wear it straight.
And let's talk about the struggle it is for Black women to find a stylist that knows how to do their hair. Are you seeing your clients having to go out of town, out of state, just to find someone who can take care of their hair the way it comes out of their head?
Yes, unfortunately, that's a huge issue. I personally have clients that travel from Southern California, from Nevada, way a far distance from Sacramento in order to see me. And again, that goes back to the lack of education typically from cosmetology school, and even the advanced education. It's growing, but it's still very limited in terms of stylists being able to educate themselves on textured hair care. So clients have had to travel far, which shouldn't be the case. You should be able to conveniently find a stylist locally to where you live in order to get those services you want.
And talking with your clients, what is some of the feedback you've gotten about you opening up and styling their hair the way they were born?
Yeah, I think it's brings me a lot of joy, being able to offer a service where they don't leave feeling beautiful like they're a different person. They just feel more like themselves. So it's really, my focus is to empower them to be able to just bring out their natural beauty. As cheesy as that may sound, that's what I find joy in, and that's kind of the feedback that I've gotten, is providing service as well as education on how I'm doing the service so that they feel empowered to care for their hair at home naturally as it is, which helps with their confidence for their beauty and also styling that fits their lifestyle as well.
And what would you say to the response of, well, it's just hair? Why are they so upset over hair?
That is a great question. On a technical sense, it is just hair. It is a superficial thing, but I don't want to say unfortunately, but with hair, there are social and political ties to it, especially as Black women and women of color. As I was stating earlier, for certain women in their profession, they would not be seen as professional, regardless of their education, their accolades, things like that. They would be judged purely off of how they wear their hair. So when those instances are seen, and it's proven so that we have the Crown Act, when things like that have to be passed, it shows that it goes deeper than just hair when it goes to how you're perceived, how you're treated.
And you danced on my next question with the Crown Act, which is great legislation. But if we don't have a place to go, we're still going to wear our hair straight in the workplace. I see you nodding your head. What's your sentiment to that?
Yeah, I think the Crown Act addresses one aspect of it, but it is a very layered issue. So I feel that until the education within cosmetology changes and there is more in-depth information provided to students as well as current licensed stylists, that it's still going to be a struggle for people that want to wear their hair in its natural state.
And if you don't know the answer, that's okay. Do you know how many other natural hair stylists there are in Sacramento?
That's a great question. I know there's a small handful, a very small handful, but I can't think of the number off of the top of my head. But it's very small, and I think clients have to work really hard to find us, which sometimes can also be a struggle.
And why is it so hard to find you guys?
That's a great question. I don't know. I try to make myself as visible as possible by having my business listed on Google, actively engaging on social media, as well as engaging with clients that are on my email list. So I'm not sure. I think it can be hard this day and age because on one end it's great that we have information, and then sometimes it's overwhelming that there's so much information. So sometimes it can be hard to kind of sift through with finding exactly what you need.
And have you ever thought about adding services to straighten hair because that's more in demand, or maybe you get more clients? Why do you stick to just natural hair and not diving into that other arena?
Yeah, I actually am grateful to be in high demand by just exclusively serving curly hair. So I tend to be booked out up to 8 weeks out, and that's proven to be successful for me. And just getting the feedback that that's what clients want and what they appreciate, that's encouraged me to stick with only serving curly haired clients.
So women in Sacramento do want to wear their hair natural?
Yeah, it's in demand. So if stylists take the education and show interest in that, there are clients there, they're waiting and they're looking for you.
And what does natural hair mean to you? When you think about the natural hair community, what does that mean to you?
Yeah, natural hair, I think it is the same way with being Black. I think it's a wide spectrum. So I think the beautiful thing, it's whatever the person wants to define it for themselves. So if they want their hair curly and colored, if they want it long or they want it short or they want to wear it in locks, if they want to wear it in a twist out, I think there's just a huge spectrum of how someone can wear their hair. I guess a general definition would just be wearing your hair as it comes out of your scalp in terms of the natural curl pattern.
And we brushed on it a little bit earlier, but I wanted to dig a little deeper on why is it sometimes daunting for a Black woman to wear her natural hair?
Yes, that is such a question with layered answers. I think that for such a long time, we've been conditioned to believe that our hair is difficult to take care of. And a lot of us have internalized that. So it has made it has led to it being daunting. And then with there being a lot of misinformation on YouTube, that has made the process seem a lot more complicated than it has to be. All of that leads to it being overwhelming and daunting for clients.
And I know you did a couple other events before the pandemic. Can you talk about that and how you kind of have this community and outreach with Black women in Sacramento?
Yeah, so I've been able to speak at and showcase my work specifically at Naturals Night Out, founded by Sydney. And that was a great way to connect face to face with Black women and women wearing their hair natural and showing them not only the services that I offer, but in general, just demystifying certain aspects of natural hair care, showing them how simple that process can be, and really making it fun and exciting as opposed to this dreadful, daunting part of their life.
And what is some of the feedback you're getting there? What are clients telling you when they're having questions, or what are their hesitations? What has been that feedback?
Feedback in terms of them coming in for services?
Both at the events when they're talking with you? What are they saying? Like, are they happy that you're doing this? Were they nervous before and now are feeling confident to do their own hair?
Yeah, so the feedback's been awesome in the sense of them being able to see that things can be a lot more simple. And I think a lot of times for clients that maybe weren't personal clients but have seen me online, just being able to have that one-on-one connection and being able to ask questions face to face, I think really helped ease anxiety around how to care for their hair. Yeah.
No, that's great. And where do we go from here? How do we make salons for Black women who want to wear their natural hair more accessible? And how do we move forward?
I think one of the biggest things is there needs to be a huge shift in cosmetology school education in order to provide advanced education around serving clients with textured hair. Also, I think as a community working on knowing that the person doesn't have to be Black in order to provide that service. I have colleagues in the industry who are white and provide excellent natural hair care. So I think kind of bridging that gap between stylists and clients also to rebuild that trust. There has been a lot of distrust due to negative salon experiences. So yeah, just all of us working together to kind of break down those walls and show that it can be a fun, simplified experience.
And is there anything else you wanted to add that I didn't ask you about being a natural hair stylist in Sacramento and why you decided to do it?
Yeah, I think, well, it was really important for me to open a salon in Sacramento because this is my hometown and I have grown to love this city, and seeing that there are so many people that wear their hair natural, yet there weren't enough salons offering that service. I wanted to be a part of the solution to that. So that brings me a lot of pride to bring those kind of services specifically to Sacramento. And I'm just really grateful to my community of clients and supporters that have allowed me to continue to do what I love.
And I wanted to ask you this as well. Being from Sacramento, what was your natural hair journey? Growing up here, was there representation? Did you feel confident enough to do it? What's your story?
Yeah, I did not feel like there was a ton of representation growing up. I randomly became fascinated in wearing my hair natural in high school, and I did what's called the big chop my senior year of high school. So I shaved off all of my texturized hair, and from there I grew to learn about how to care for it, and I was caring for it in all the wrong ways, actually. So it wasn't until I attended beauty school and then sought out advanced education that I was able to learn more about it. But my personal journey really involved a lot of trial and error, discouragement as well, which I think helps me to connect with clients and their experience with that. But I'm happy to have come a long way and be able to pass that knowledge on to others.
I love your local angle to this as well and bringing back to Sacramento. And what would you tell viewers who are going to watch this and want to wear their hair natural and just are on the fence, don't know what to do next?
One, if you're on the fence and you're interested in wearing your hair natural, I'm going to say do it, go for it. It cannot hurt to try. The best way I would say to go about it is try to partner with a professional. If there's not someone in your area, a lot of stylists are offering virtual consultations, also seeking them out on social media. A lot of us are trying to provide as much videos and information and tidbits to kind of help you along in that journey. I think the biggest thing is to take that leap and really spend time celebrating your natural beauty.